Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's been on the hook. Well, I haven't talked to you since before Christmas, and I am so glad to be back. I'm feeling great, and we had a great Christmas, great New Year's, and I hope you did the same. Just so many fun things to do, and I had a house full of people on Christmas, and it was a lot of fun being the hostess for dinner and for opening some presents, mostly for the little ones, and that's how we do it. We don't really give a lot for ourselves, but my daughter gave me these beautiful earrings, and I really like them. They're so lightweight, easy to wear. She's given me several pairs from the same shop, and they're always so wonderful to wear. So, Kim, if you're watching, thank you so very much. And I also have lots of things that, Mr. On the Hook bought me this chair. I guess I've already shown you this. It's a new office chair, quite wonderful, very, very comfortable, and he gets, again, high marks for that. I really love it, and it looks more feminine, and I just really like it rather than a dark leather chair that I used to use in the corporate world, and I've kind of graduated from that. I've really expanded my thoughts to crafts and crochet, knitting, and diamond painting. So if you're interested in any of those things, I welcome you to stay. I hope you enjoy your time here. I hope you're inspired by something I did or said. Now, before you click away or have to go do something, please like this video. It helps me a lot. If you do that, please consider subscribing to my channel. I usually publish once a week and try to find some really interesting things to show you to make, and I also show you new patterns from my Etsy shop, and you can support me there. But I do not run commercials through my videos, so you can know when you turn it on, you're not going to be interrupted by commercials, and that's just my present to you. But I would appreciate if you want to support my channel. You can go to my Etsy shop and find a pattern there that you might want to make something of. It's a beautiful collection of really nice garments to wear, hats and cowls, scarves, sweaters, all kinds of things out there, and a brand new pattern that I'm going to show you today that's not a garment, but it was so much fun to make, and something special about it as well. So let's get started. I went to my post box, and I hadn't been there in a long time, and I thought, I bet I've got a Christmas card or two in there, and I had quite a few, and I'm going to show those today just very quickly and who they're from, because I want everybody to see that whoever sends me a card, they took the time to send it, and they had to put it in an envelope and address it, put a stamp on it. So to me, that's really, really sweet and super nice and very thoughtful. So all of you, I thank you in advance if I don't do it while I'm showing your card, but thank you so much for sending the cards. And I've had a couple of presents as well, and I'm going to show the first one to you. This is from Debbie in California, all the way to California to Tennessee from California. So Debbie, thank you very much. She knows I love cardinals, and I got a ton of cardinal things this year, and I want to show them to you real quick. This is the card that she sent. Had a very nice note inside, and also a present inside this package that I received. First of all, I received this Cardinal Notions pouch. Love it. That is so beautiful, and it's on both sides. It's quite beautiful. It's got a nice zipper at the top, and inside were some little things that I want to show you. First of all, a cardinal for my tree. Isn't that cute? I'm sure it's hand crocheted. Very, very cute. Thank you so much, Debbie. Appreciate it so much. That is so nice. And I want to put that on my tree because Mr. On the Hook and I put our tree up kind of late, maybe a day or two before Christmas. And then we keep it up all the way till Epiphany, which is coming this Sunday. Epiphany is this Sunday. And if you don't know, Epiphany is the celebration of the three wise men that came to see Jesus in Bethlehem. So that's what we celebrate, and then all of our Christmas decorations in the tree come down, and we're back to ordinary time. So I just wanted to explain that to you, but that's when we take our tree down, so I can go put this right on the tree, and she will be there for a few days where she can hang there, and I can show her to people that come over. So very nice. Thank you so much, Debbie. Appreciate that so very much. All the way from California. Also, she put some candy in there. These are my favorites right here. They're called Lindor. And they're just so good. If you've never tried one, you should try one of these. And then also she sent me this really nice pretty bag right here. I'm not going to open it down here. I'll open it up here where you can see it. A pretty bag, and inside the bag is a little container. And look what's on the container, of course. It's a cardinal and among beautiful red flowers there. And you open it up, and inside is a nice mirror there, and also some stitch markers. And these are stitch markers I've not seen before. They're sort of like ones from Clover, but they go the extra mile. They go around a little bit more, so they don't come out of your item very quickly. You know, sometimes the stitch markers will come out and they just fall out, and these probably won't because they have an extra turn on them. So thank you so much, Debbie. I can't wait to try those. I've got some things I'm going to work on today, this afternoon, so I'll be using this. And thank you very, very much. That'll go really nice in my project bag. And then, of course, it's, you know, I'll have it in my little pouch here. Put it right back in there. And again, many thanks to Debbie. Thank you so very much. A very nice Christmas present for me. I was really thrilled when I opened that up. All right, and now next, another present that I received was from Kimberly in Texas. Kimberly sent me a 3-page letter about all kinds of things. It was so interesting. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for that. It was all information about how she became a crocheter, and some of the things she crocheted as a child were these little holders. I guess you hang them on the tree or hang them on a present or whatever you want to do. And inside she has placed a whole lot of tea for me. And I don't know if you were listening or not, but I said that I was going to try to quit drinking so much coffee and start drinking tea. So these will come in very handy, and they were full of these. There was another one here. There's another one. It's got a star on the front. Very, very pretty. That's got the star. And this one has the yellow star on the front, different color combination. So again, very, very nice, Kimberly, all full of tea. Look at all that tea. That'll last me for a while. But I have a tea drawer that I'm going to put it in, and then I will be drinking that on along in the next season. Now, back to, and thanks again, Kimberly, thank you. Again, that's very beautiful and sweet of you to do that. And that long letter was very, very nice. I enjoyed reading that. Now, some quick Christmas cards, and you'll notice there's a theme on here. If you'll notice, there is another cardinal right there. This is from Rose in Maryland. Thank you, Rose. Very pretty card. I appreciate that. And here's one that says Peace on Earth. Also 2 cardinals, and I'm guessing this is the male and the female. I'm not sure. I think that's how that works. But Peace on Earth, and that is from Karen Mitchell, and she's all the way in Washington. All the way in Washington State. Way away. So thank you for sending that. I appreciate that. Here's a thank you card for just being me, I guess, from Janie in North Carolina. Very pretty. It's got a little bling at the top. Isn't that cute? And I save all my cards, so this will have your name on the back and where you're from and the card itself. And I have a special spot that I keep these cards that come to me. So thank you so much for that thank you card. I appreciate it so much. Peace is always beautiful, it says. Walt Whitman always said that. Peace is always beautiful. There's another cardinal on the front. Y'all know that I love cardinals. And there's actually one on the back too. Isn't that cute? And this one is from Patricia in Tennessee. Thank you so much, Patricia. You know who you are. That's a beautiful card. Here's a card that is from Marcy in North Wales, okay? Across the pond. She's over there in North Wales, if you can believe this. I was just shocked. Really nice card. A pretty little dog on the front. Isn't that pretty? I'm not sure what kind of dog that is, but this is a card that is sponsored by Guide Dogs, and that's a company that helps people procure guide dogs to help them get around, and that's a very, very nice thing to do. So thank you, Marcy. Appreciate that. All the way from North Wales. Okay, here's another one in the bleak midwinter. So beautiful. Look at that. It's got music in the background. I didn't notice that, but thank you so much. Cardinals with music in the background. What a nice card from Pat. Nice sentiment inside as well. Thank you, Pat. Read that. And she's from Ohio. Pat, thank you so much. Very nice. Here's another one. Is this in the same mode? Yes. 2 cardinals on there, and they have snow all over them, but I think cardinals like the snow. I hope they do, because that's where I see them. If it snows here, there's always cardinals running around in it, so they must like the snow. This is from Annette in South Carolina. Annette, thank you so much. Beautiful card. I appreciate that. And last but not least, this is a card from Sonia in Arizona. That's a long way away too. Very nice sentiment inside. Thank you, Sonia. I appreciate that. A beautiful card. And you know, that has the bottles on the front. And as a funny thing, the diamond painting I'm doing has bottles on it. And you can see through the bottles, and that's the way this is too. Yeah, she has little things in the bottles. And the diamond painting I'm doing is florals in bottles, and I think it's really pretty. I have a little bit of a video to show you how far I've gotten along on that. So let's take a look at that. Now let's take a look at my newest diamond painting. I've only been working on this for maybe 3 weeks. Maybe 4, but the holidays were in the middle of that, so I had a hard time getting in here every single day. But I did get quite a bit done, as you can see. I have started down here, and this is called the small floral. That's what I'm calling it, small floral. That's not very inventive, but just for a quick name, that's what I'm calling it. There's no name on this particular diamond painting. But I am working right along in here. I've done a lot of this already up in here in the flowers, but I am just kind of filling in when I have a color in my tray over here. When I have a color in there, sometimes I'll pull the plastic up a little bit and work on it a little bit up here, so I'm not having to pour out those diamonds and then pour them back out into the tray. So that's kind of how I'm working on this. It's very small. It is only 10 inches across and about 13 inches long. So it's a kind of a quick diamond painting. And I just noticed this has a key right here. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. These are little bottles that the flowers are placed in. I've just now kind of finished the bottles, so there's a little bit right there, but that I'm trying to finish right here. And then the beautiful flowers up here, they're turning out really nice. I didn't think they would, but because this was not an expensive diamond painting, I got it from Amazon, and you can go out there and find all kinds of diamond paintings. If you want to just start with one small one, this is a good size, a 10 by 13, and actually in centimeters, which is how they usually term them, 30 by 40 centimeters. So that's how big this one is. But this is the progress I've made. I'm hoping to finish in a week or two because I want to start something else, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Now I have an announcement to make. I have been contacted by Craft Ease, who was, I guess, pleased with what I did for their 3 diamond paintings they sent me, and I did those and framed them and put them right up on my walls, and they're so beautiful. I don't know if y'all went to the Craft Ease site, but I hope you'll do that. I have a link down in the description box next week probably, because they've asked me to do 3 more paintings, and so I said, yes, I'll be glad to do that. So I went on the website, and I realized that I spotted an artist who paints, actually. This is not AI. I spotted an artist, and her name is Carla Gerard, and I'll put a picture, whatever side it goes on, of one of her paintings that I'm going to do this one and 2 others as well. And they've already sent them to me, so I'm waiting for them to arrive. But her name is Carla, K-A-R-L-A-G-E-R-A-R-D, Carla Gerard. And I'll put her name right here so you can see it. She has a lot of paintings that she's done, and she has a website. You can go right out there and take a look at them. But if you notice, a lot of her paintings have trees, and the trees are done in a very abstract way with kind of curlicues for the branches. They're really cute, and as you can see in this picture, that's what she's using there for the trees. And I think that's really interesting. And her flowers are all circles, and I love her paintings of buildings that are all up next to each other, and they're all kind of an abstract look. And I thought, you know what, I could do a study of 3 of her paintings, and they do have some out on Craft Ease. They have 4 or 5, I guess, and they have a lot of paint by number. If you're interested in that, they have those out there as well, and by this artist. And I'm going to see what I think. I went to her site, and there was a video there of a girl who had opened a diamond painting and then had actually done the diamond painting all in one video. And it's just beautiful. Oh, the colors are so magnificent. And I thought, well, I'm excited now. She's going to send me these paintings. So about the time I finish with my small floral, I will get these paintings in. I'll be able to start one. So I'm really excited about that. I just wanted to announce that. But I will be going into a collaboration with Crafties again. And you're welcome to go and use my link whenever I start putting it out there. And you don't have to buy anything with the link, but let them know that you saw it on my channel. And that really helps a lot. And they come back and ask me to do other collabs with them. So really appreciate that when you visit their site and they can tell that you came from my video. So thanks for doing that. I'll be starting on that hopefully next week or the week after. Now let's talk about what I'm wearing. Somebody went back to one of my videos. It was 14 months ago, and I was wearing this sweater, and I love this sweater. I wore it out 2 days ago on our New Year's lunch that we had with some church friends, and we went out and had just a blast eating at one of the local restaurants, and I wore this. And I just wore it with jeans, but I have on some dress pants with it today. But let me stand up and show this to you. Well, this is another version of my multicolor cardi. And this is Crystal wearing the latest one that I've made. This was made with Premier yarn, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was Premier. But really love the look of this. It's very, very casual. And I've worn it quite a bit, actually. I've worn it quite a bit. Around the house even, and out under a jacket because it's been kind of cold. But I've enjoyed wearing it. It's very, very soft. It was easy to make. It didn't take long at all to make it. And I've gotten pretty good at this pattern because I've made it so many times, probably 4 or 5 times now. And if you will believe this, this is actually made by this pattern. And this is the multicolor cardi made with one color and then a binding color as well. And this is a Vanna White linen is the color of this trim that I've got here. But this is a latte cake. Y'all know what those are. If you do any crocheting at all, you've probably seen it at Michael's, and maybe Joanne carries it, I don't know. But it took, I think, 2 cakes, and it was really just one and a portion of another one to make the sweater part of this sweater. Let me turn around and show you the back of it. This is absolutely the softest sweater you will ever make. This is a latte cake, so beautiful. This is the whipped cream or some color like that. It's not the multicolor. There's one that is a multicolor latte cake, but I really love this color. It's kind of an off-white, and it looks really nice with a kind of a grayish brown trim, or you could do it in any color you want. Black would be beautiful, very striking, but I wanted to show this to you because it's the same pattern as this one, but it looks totally different. Done with a different type yarn and everything. So it's really, really nice. I'm really enjoying wearing it. I'm wearing it with some tan dress pants and some brown booties. And when I went out to dinner, everybody really thought it was beautiful. And I always wear something that I make when I go out like that because I want to show people that crocheting can be quite beautiful. It doesn't have to be just amigurumi, not that there's anything wrong with that, or Afghans or things like that. You can actually make beautiful garments with crochet. So again, this is the multicolor cardi made with a latte cake and some Vanna White size 4 yarn trim in linen. Thank you to Crystal for modeling that beautiful multicolor cardi. I really like that one. And here's the first one that I ever made right here. I made this out of wool, and it's called City Tweed in size 3 DK. Very, very nice. You get that at Knit Picks, and I just had several colors of that, and I went ahead and just used them, and they were from my stash, and I just had so much fun with that. And then I made another one out of different colors that I had in my stash too. So it's a great stash buster. I show you how to do all that, and it's an easy make. It's not difficult at all. No matter how large or small you are, you can make this to fit you because my patterns are designed that way. You don't have to do stitch counts or anything like that. You do this with measurements only. And then for the sleeves, I do give you the directions on how to decrease your sleeves so that it comes down to a really nice cuff. And this has got a ribbed cuff on it, just like that. It looks really nice with the size 4 yarn contrasting with the very hairy yarn, which I really like, in small doses. So another thing that I want to tell you about this is that the latte cakes will stretch. So I used a size 4 acrylic right here, and it really holds its shape. I've had it on a hanger. Of course, I've had it pulled up like that. I haven't had it just hanging from the shoulder, but it didn't stretch at all over a year's time. That's how long it's been since I wore this sweater. So I just wanted to show you that, and you can get this pattern on my Etsy shop. Be sure to go out and take a look at it. It's very large, and it's a lot of information in here on how to make this in your size. And you won't make the wrong size because you'll use your own measurements for it. So when you make it, it'll fit you. And I always just really like that. Instead of coming up with these complicated patterns with so many stitch counts, I really didn't like those ever. So I just wanted to make my own patterns that are designed to fit you. Now let's talk about knitting just for a minute. I'm a beginner knitter. Okay, I'm not all that great, but I want to show you that I finished this, and I finished it right after my last video. So I thought, well, I'm just going to leave it on my desk, and I've worn this probably 10 times since I put it away for my next video, which is now. So this is what I made it from Washed, W-A-S-H-T-E-D, Washed Malabrigo. Beautiful, beautiful yarn. I think it's a DK. No, it's worsted. It says a size 4, but it's really, you know, it's a little bit smaller than that. But it's a beautiful yarn. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the colors in there. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I really like it. And so I made a cowl. I knitted a cowl. I don't think I even had a pattern. I just did all knit rows because that's all I knew how to do when I made this. I think I had a size 8 needles or size 7. I think it was an 8. But this is what it looks like. Turned out pretty nice. But I was knitting the whole time. I didn't have to do any purling or slip knit or any of that stuff. I just did a big, long fabric, really. I just made a fabric out of it. And then I sewed it in the middle. You really can't even see that. I sewed it together, made a cowl out of it, and then I went around the edges and I used the reverse puff stitch. I may have already shown this to you. Let me get it up there. I may have already shown this to you, but I did a reverse puff stitch along the edge. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. And I just crocheted the edge on there. But let me show you what it looks like. I've worn this a lot. I really like it. I really love it. It's so spongy and nice. That's the way luxury yarn is. It is just so easy to work with. It's stretchy, super nice. And it doesn't show mistakes too much if you get a multicolor like this. But I didn't make very many, if any. I mean, I made a few. I'm sure I did. But I am very proud of this. This is my first real knitted garment. And it looks really nice with the black turtleneck. It looks beautiful with black and black pants. And that's just a real nice statement to make. Really love it. And I've enjoyed wearing it. I've enjoyed wearing it a lot. Let me show you again what it looks like up close. Y'all have encouraged me. Whoops, I hit that. Y'all have encouraged me to knit, and I'm just so excited that it's turning out so well. And I think part of that is because I'm using a luxury yarn, and I'll tell you why. For my next item of interest, I want to show you what I've been doing. I've been doing this, and I think I've already shown this to you once. But this is with Spun Colors, Premier Spun Colors. I really like this yarn, but I'm not very good at knitting with it. But I have knit quite a bit with this. This is a shawl that I'm making, and I don't love it, but it's okay. I mean, it's just, you know, it's 10 row repeat, and it was using slip knit, and I just said I'm not doing that because I couldn't get it done. I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I decided to knit 2 together, which means you just combine 2 stitches together and then just wrap around and knit with the 2 stitches at once. And that was easy enough. See, here's a little bit of it right here. You can see where I yarned over up here, and then I was knit 2 together down here, and then there's another 10 rows here. The 10 rows are only about 1.5 inches wide. I mean, this is nothing like crocheting at all, and I'm okay with that, but I am done with this. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to move on, and I've actually, as a side note, I've ordered some Lion Brand Superwash Merino yarn in Marmalade, and I'm going to use a double strand of that and knit a sleeveless top. And you know, if I start now, I might have it done by the end of the summer. I don't think so. I think I'll probably be done with it. It's just 2 squares sewn at the shoulders and the sides. How easy can that be? We'll see, but I'm going to give it a try. It's a free pattern on Lion Brand, and I bought the kit. Actually, I had one skein of Marmalade. Let me get that for you. I do have some experience with this specific yarn. This is what it is. It's 100% Superwash Merino by Lion Brand. They still have it on their website, so I thought, well, I'll give it a try. It's a size 3 and 100 grams. It took 306 yards. It's not very big, but it's a beautiful color. That is a spring color right there. And I thought, you know, I can wear that in the spring under a black jacket. Won't that be pretty? Or a white jacket. I've got a white blue jeans jacket. It's contradictory. I have a white jeans jacket, and I could wear this under it. It's just so beautiful. This color is almost like carrot in Super Saver. It's almost the same color. Really super nice. And I actually made this front and center poncho with all of that. I bought all the different colors, and I made this poncho with the Superwash Merino Lion Brand. It is squishy and easy to crochet. So easy, and I'm hoping it's easy to knit as well. But it's absolutely beautiful together, the colors there, and I chose 4 or 5 colors, and this pattern is out on my Etsy shop as well. It's called Front and Center Poncho. Really super nice. I wear that quite often because it just goes over stuff. You don't have to fit it to yourself. It has some sleeve in it, not too much, but enough to keep it on you without it slipping around and falling off. But I have ordered 3 more skeins of this, and supposedly you pull the center out and then you run 2 strands together, and so from 2 skeins it'd be so much easier than trying to get it out of 3 skeins. But according to the designer, you only really need 3 skeins, but to get it 2 strands at a time, it's easier with 4 skeins, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to start that pretty soon as it gets here. But this, I think what I'm going to do, and I've actually, you know me, I don't finish things always because I've got a lot of things going on the hook. But here are the 2 ends of it that I'm working on. But one side is at an angle and the other isn't. But I'm going to sew this thing together and use it as a cowl. It's got plenty of room in it. And I think I'm going to do that and just wear it with blue jeans and a white turtleneck or something. And it'll be pretty because it's, you know, it's hand knitted and all. That's the inside. What am I doing? I'm showing you the wrong side. Oh, sorry about that. This is the right side. This is the right side. It's really pretty. I like it. But I'll tell you what I'm finding when I'm knitting. You can crochet this all day long, backwards and forwards, on any garment. Much easier to crochet with, but it does split a tiny bit. And when you split this with a knitting needle, it's not the same as, you know, you can't, well, you can just rip it out, but I don't love to rip out knitting because it's not as easy as crochet. Crochet, you just pull it out and you start over. Knitting, you have to pull it out and put that loop back on the needle and all that business. And I haven't been knitting long enough to know how to do all that. So I get frustrated. I don't know what I'm doing. But I did pretty well on this. I feel like I did very well on this piece of paper. I feel like I did very well on this cowl, and it's beautiful, it's comfortable, and it's a finished product. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Now, on to more crochet. Let me show you something that I've finished and I have an announcement to make. Okay, are you in the community? Are you in the email community that I offer you a link down in the description box to join the community? Every now and then I'll send out a free pattern. I sent one out a few weeks ago, and I'm going to do that again tomorrow morning. So tomorrow on Saturday, the 4th, January 4th, I'm going to send out another pattern. And y'all want this pattern. If you're a crocheter, you want this. This is the Christmastime coverlet. And I've shown it here in 2 different colorways. This is the Christmas one, and this is the springtime coverlet. And it's a pretty nice pattern, I must say. There's a lot of photos that show you how to do things. I introduce you to, if you don't already know, the standing double crochet to turn corners, which is kind of nice, you know, that show you actually what the stitch pattern looks like and how to do that. All this is in this particular pattern. I'm trying to get it to the second page here. And I'll show you how to do standing crochet, standing double crochet. Anyway, this is what it looks like, and it'll be coming out to you. If you're in the community, this will come to you as a link, and you just click on the link, and you can print it off or put it on your iPad or whatever you want to do. But I have found this to be a very easy Afghan or coverlet to make. If I do say so myself, it's my own design, but I don't usually make Afghans, but this was just such a beautiful Afghan. When I made it the first time, let me show you that one. I made this one. This is the Christmastime coverlet. This is where it started. And this is a, I believe it's a 42 by 60, something like that. I think it's 42 by 60. But you can make it any width you want as long as you do it with the combination I tell you about in the pattern. So as long as you're doing that, then you can make it as wide as you want. And I made this with Super Saver. I mean, Red Heart Super Saver. And look how beautiful that is. I used green apple ombre. As you can see, the colors fade a little bit, the greens as you go down. And then also the red is burgundy, and this is Aran. So you only need three colors. And then I did the reverse puff stitch around the edge of this as well, just like I did on my cowl. I did the reverse puff stitch all the way around, and it's really pretty, I have to say. Even the corners, they look really nice. If you do them the way I tell you to do, they'll turn out great. And you don't have to put fringe on it, and you don't have to just leave it with a double crochet edging, or you don't have to do shell stitches and all that. You can just do that puff stitch, and you can do that when you're watching TV. It's so easy. It's not hard at all to do. But this is the Christmastime coverlet. And you can see all that puff stitching right there. It's really pretty when you put it around an Afghan. I just really think it's beautiful. So I made that one, and then I thought, you know what? I have all this yarn left over from my Sophie's Universe. About 8 colors, huge colors of yarn. In this, Hirschner's Worsted, here it is, Hirschner's Worsted Heathers. Beautiful, beautiful colors, and I list the colors in the pattern, so if you're interested in making the springtime coverlet like I did, but this is the springtime coverlet. Let me see where the right side is here. It doesn't really matter, I guess, they're all the same. This is the springtime coverlet, and I'll stand up and show this to you. This is what it looks like. It's actually very beautiful, and it's big. I made this long enough to cover my feet and come up around my chest. So it's very, very nice. I did the puff stitch around the edge. You can see that. Really pretty. And I picked one of the greens out of the Afghan and used that for the final row of the border. There are 3 rows on the border, but the last row is a reverse puff stitch. And not hard to make. It's really quite easy. It's not difficult. And I give you really good directions in there. It was on the crescent shawl. If you received that free pattern a few weeks ago, I used the puff stitch around it as well. And I'm just in love with it. It just looks so nice with everything. So it's not difficult. And it's not really a yarn hog either, because you're skipping stitches in there. It's not in every stitch. So this is what it looks like up close. Really, really pretty. I used all those colors that I was using in Sophie's Universe. So I still have a ton of yarn left. Look at this. I mean, this is practically a whole ball. But I do remember that when I was looking at this, I didn't realize there were this many yards on it. There are almost 500 yards on here. And I had bought maybe 8 or 9 of these things. So I've got a lot left. I had enough to make this beautiful springtime coverlet, and then I've got enough to make another one if I want to. I've got plenty of yarn over there in that box, and I can't even put it in my stash. There's so much of it. So I thought, well, I'll make one of those, and so it turned out really nice because you can make it in spring colors or you can make it in Christmas colors. And if you think about it, you can make it in colors like this, like an off-white and a stone color for a bridal gift, or something like that for a baby blanket. You can make it in pink with little blue edging on it or something like that. What's really nice about this is you take one color and use it for your constant color. That's your constant color, and it rolls up the side just like, you don't have to cut the yarn. But the colors I did cut because I changed colors. And over here, of course, I did on every one. But the border, you hide the strands in the border, the yarn ends. You hide them in the border so you don't have to worry about having to tie in too many ends. I did a few of them because I felt like they just needed to. They were kind of short. But most of them I just crocheted over and then I cut off the excess, and it turned out great. So again, that's the Christmastime coverlet's what I call it, and it'll be coming out tomorrow morning. So if you're not in the community, be sure to join up. I'll put a link in the description box, right at the top of the description box, so you can click on that link and join up. It's an email. It's an email group, and I don't ask for very much information at all, and I don't send out a whole lot of emails, but I like to send out free things when I can. So this year I've sent out a couple of patterns in the last few weeks. As of tomorrow I will have, and I'm really excited to be able to do that. I don't want to charge for every pattern, but if you want to support me, you can go to my Etsy shop and help me out there. And I also have project bags out there. There's still a few of these left, and these that have the wildflowers on them. And then also, Mr. On the Hook finally ordered me the cup that I was loving. He designed it, and he didn't order me one for the longest. And then finally, for Christmas, I opened up a present, and that was inside. So this is my Christmas cup, actually, the Wildflower Christmas cup. So beautiful. It's done in red. Let me get it up there where you can see it. It has my logo on it, but out the red flowers, and it takes the green all the way to the bottom. I really love that. He's a good designer. I really like that. He takes original watercolors and makes designs for items that I want to offer my viewers and subscribers. So this is the Christmastime cup, or the Christmas cup, or you'll see it out there. I've been using this since Christmas Day. So I thank Mr. On the Hook for his nice presents. He also got me a really pretty bracelet, and I'm wearing that today. I'll show it to you real quick. He got this for me. It has a hinge on it, which is nice, so I can just put it on, take it off, and it's not a struggle. And I got him several things that he really liked. A brand new watch, which was so pretty. It was made out of whiskey barrels. I know that sounds weird, but Original Grain is the name of the company. And I bought him one of those. He's sort of a watch collector, so I bought him a watch and some shoes and stuff like that. But we exchange presents, and we give them to our children, but we don't exchange with all the family. We do buy the kids stuff, so really we're giving gifts to most people. But it was fun. We had a good Christmas and enjoyed being with the family most of all. If I didn't get one thing and I didn't give one thing, I'd still be happy, because just having a dinner with family is so much fun. And we also let the young children sit at the table. I don't let children sit at a children's table. I don't like the children's table. I never wanted to be at it myself. And so I don't insist that our grandchildren sit at a children's table. They sit at the big table with us, and they can hear us adult conversation, and it's always very pleasant. We never have any harsh words or anything, and we let the children talk about things that affect them as well. So it's been a fun Christmas, a lot of work, but fun. So I'm ready to get back on the horse and enjoy my crocheting. I actually crocheted and knitted quite a bit over the holidays. When I had some time, I would sit in my chair and I would do my crafts, and I do my diamond painting as well. So I think it was a great Christmas. I hope you had one as well. I hope you had a great Christmas and a happy, fun New Year, even if you were just by yourself and watching TV or not, maybe reading a book or something peaceful. Peaceful is what we need right now. We need lots of peace because we haven't had too much. We need to have some in America. I'm looking forward to some peaceful times. So now, let me show you what we're giving away this week. This week, I'm giving away 3 skeins of Color Fusion Premier. Okay, this is what I made that sweater out of. If you can see it back there, Crystal is modeling it right there. This is what I used, and I had some left over. Cotton Candy is the name of the colorway, and it is quite beautiful on. It is stripy. You have to get over yourself if you don't like stripes, but I do love it. It's been a really nice sweater, and this is just a beautiful yarn. I love Premier yarns. I really do love most everything they do. But this is called Color Fusion DK, 325 yards on the ball. So you're going to get almost 1,000 yards, just shy of 1,000 yards with this. So it's a DK, of course, number 3 light, all acrylic. So there's no wool in this. So I hope you signed up for it. So let's turn the camera to the computer and find out who wins these 3 skeins of Color Fusion this week. Well, we've made it to the computer now, and this is the address for the video from last time. And then I have already entered the word color, which was the key word for this particular gift. So let's go down here and get our comments for that particular word. And whoever wrote that word in has a chance at this. Is 109 people were after that. That's awesome. Martha Hornton, you have won the 3 skeins of Color Fusion yarn. Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations to the winner. I hope you enjoy it. I'll get this right out in the mail to you. Just send me an email with your name and your address and what you won, and I will get this right out to you. So thanks for everybody participating. I know it's been a long time, and I hope you remember if you signed up for it or not. I think a lot of people did. So that's some really good yarn you'll enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend this weekend, too. It's coming up, and it's time to rest from Christmas and New Year's and to reflect on the year you're going to have and make some goals. I think I'm going to sit down and make a few goals. I'm not going to go crazy about it, but I am going to sit down and do some goals and try to keep those goals for this year. So I'll be back on Friday, and join me then to find out what's on the hook.